Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Washington football team taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now Dak Prescott leading the way onto the field, his 5th year now as a starter as he gets the keys again to this Dallas Cowboys offense.
You hear so many discussions about Dak Prescott. Is he one of the top quarterbacks in the league? Is he still ascending? What does he need to do to get there? All I know is that when he's in control of the Dallas offense, they were #1 in the league last year in terms of yards per play, and he was second in the league in passing yards with over 4,900. This guy gets it done, and his team really likes him as their leader.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of
And Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 4 catches, 64 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Will take over first
The
down.
former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins ready to run the controls for the Washington offense.
And for Dwayne Haskins, a little bit of an uneven season for the former first-round pick. 7 starts as a rookie. Team went 2-5 in those games, but I did see him get better. I thought his last couple of starts were his best ones of the year. He's a guy with big potential, big arm, but remember, was just a 1-year starter in college as well. Plenty of experience yet to be gained.
Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd down, here's Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass, that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Now
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity, nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A carry now for McKissick. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run with McKissick. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's good.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
We'll throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3-and-out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
7 yards, the pickup there.
A lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
30-yard line.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Cowboys 0.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw, Haskins. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Second and 10.
Second down and 10.
To throw again. Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
49.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On second down now, it's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Well, the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs. They'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
A gain of 15.
How about a guy proving his football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2 yards to gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield strike with the 49. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10.
3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They will run it. It's McKissick. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 more there and another first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Another Washington first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A First down carry by Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now back to the ground with Elliott. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
That ties the game.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Strowman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Look at Washington as they come onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Barber. And he stopped immediately there.
Barber in the ball carrier.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Barber on 1st and 10. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Again, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Haskins on 3rd down. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Makes this Washington 17.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how is he
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter two, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us, because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out, and so far, they have started to do so.
Those three words we hear a lot: stay the course. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
And less than a yard.
Prescott from the gun on third, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll set up the screen to Elliott, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that, because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. Third and clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory. 16-14 was the final score. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. James Washington, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. John Ross, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Takes over first and 10. At their own 20.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try to stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Now what a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again, Haskins, and this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Makes this Washington 20.
Looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in points, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive in the third quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 21. They start on the ground with Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this one tight end complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run on first down. Elliott, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown, and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. If these guys going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That one complete, Elliott. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Or we can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. He's played well. Good 1st half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
43 yards.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Ezekiel Elliott.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A couple of 2nd-year guys, Haskins to McLaurin for a Washington 1st down.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there, getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Down by Patrick.
Offensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Here's McKissick. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
And it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. A gain of 6 there on first.
Michael Gallup
Working with a 2nd and 4.
brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll go again with McKissick. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
24 yards.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up and they tend to play well.
2nd and 9.
Running back. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
They go play action with Haskins. He'll buy some time right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Aaron Coleman.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Letting one fly deep for... It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
52 yards.
And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times, and there are many chances thus far. They need just a yard here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. this game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken in at the 3. Got some breathing room. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. From the 38, Haskins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on
in need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
31-yard line.
Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Prescott. This to Jarwin. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Down left side on the swing pass. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Now Prescott on fourth down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it'll be second down. On second down, Prescott again. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. He's at the 50.
All you got to do is look and learn.
30,
look and learn, baby.
The 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 30 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Prescott from the gun. Got his man there complete to Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Today's final Washington.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Washington, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles